Let's be honest, The Walking Dead should have stayed dead around season 6. What started as a gritty, emotional survival story turned into a zombie soap opera, dragging itself through endless filler episodes, recycled character arcs, and plot twists so tired they need a nap more than the undead do. It's the TV equivalent of someone who doesn't realize the party ended 5 years ago and is still telling the same story in the kitchen. Stick around until the end, because I'm going to explain why this franchise didn't just wear out its welcome, it actually undermined its own legacy. Before we reanimate this rant, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and drop a comment telling me what TV show or movie you want me to talk about next. This is director Ammar Hejazi, and today we're digging up the corpse of The Walking Dead, a show that refused to die and took your patience with it. Let's give credit where it's due. The first few seasons, legitimately gripping. You had tension, character growth, real moral dilemmas, and yes, terrifying zombies. It felt fresh, emotional, cinematic, but then something happened. The show realized it was a hit, and with that came the decision to never ever let it end. That's when the pacing slowed to a crawl. New characters were introduced not for story, but for spin-off potential. It stopped being The Walking Dead and became The Walking Drag. Here's the plot of The Walking Dead, repeated for about 10 years. We found a new safe place. Wait, the leader is shady. Now someone's dead. Time to move and find a new place. Rinse, repeat, regret. You'd think in a world filled with zombies, the biggest threat would be, I don't know, the zombies? But no. Every season it's a new tyrant, a new villain, a new group that's somehow worse than the last. It got to a point where the undead weren't scary, they were background noise, literal scenery. The title should have changed to The Walking People Who Just Can't Catch a Break. Characters stopped evolving, or worse, they devolved. Rick went from an empathetic leader to a borderline cult figure. Carol's arc turned into a never-ending roller coaster of trauma and recovery on repeat. Daryl? He just became fan service and leather. And let's not even talk about Glenn. You know what you did, writers. But the real issue? The show kept introducing new people we had no time to care about, while pushing OGs off the stage or dragging their arcs until there was nothing left to say. Emotional investment turned into emotional fatigue. Once AMC realized The Walking Dead was a cash cow, they milked it until the udders were bone dry. Spin-offs, web series, movies, prequels, postquels, sidequels, merchandise, Talking Dead, crossovers. They turned what was once a character-driven horror drama into a franchise machine. The original show became the content farm, not the creative centerpiece. And that's when you know a show is done. When it exists to support its spin-offs, not itself. Here's the part that really stings. By refusing to die, The Walking Dead killed its own legacy. It had a chance to end strong, to say something powerful about survival, humanity, or even grief. But instead, it dragged its feet for so long that even the die-hard fans started jumping ship. By the end, the zombies weren't the only ones shambling. The writing was too, and that's what hurts. It didn't go out with a bang, it went out with a shrug, a whimper, not because it didn't have something to say, but because it kept trying to say the same thing over and over until nobody was listening anymore. So, was The Walking Dead revolutionary in its early days? Absolutely, but should it have ended about 5 seasons earlier? Without question. This was director Ammar Hejazi, and if you survived this video without turning into a walker yourself, I appreciate you. Smash that like button, drop your next requested breakdown in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more honest takes. No filler arcs included. Until next time, remember, it's okay for a show to end. In fact, it should.